Hey y'all, the LORCANA Grinder here. Today we have a match between Stitch Turbo and the Mami deck. Stitch Turbo is on the right and the Mami deck is on the left. Looks like the Stitch Turbo rolled a 5, I think, and the Mami deck rolled a 7, so the Mami deck gets to go first. They're just shuffling up, giving themselves their opening hands, and gonna mulligan up, figure out what they want to keep, what they don't. Looks like the Mami player has a pretty decent opening hand with a nice variety of a couple of spot removal cards being Let It Go, along with Baby Maleficent and Big Aurora. That's also very, very solid. So, looks like they elected to keep everything, which is a good sign because that means they're happy with what they see. The Stitch Turbo deck puts back 6 though, keeps the Lantern, so probably just look for a Baby Stitch or a Rockstar Stitch. Inkwell's Basket, and plays Baby Maleficent and passes. Draws for turn, puts Minnie down as Inkwell, figuring out what they want to do as their starting play. Taps the Inkwell, and plays Pascal Pass, very solid. Untaps, draws Big Aurora for turn. Inkwell's Big Aurora, as they have a second one in their hand. And plays Yzma, a nice tempo card, helps them start looking at the top decks. Along with quests the Baby Maleficent. Putting a lot of pressure here, gaining 2 lore, and since they really don't want to trade their Pascal, might stay on the field for a turn or two. Inkwells plays Lantern, and then taps for Baby Stitch and quest Pascal. So, like we said, the Baby Maleficent will stay on the field. Looks like they draw friends from the other side, quest the Yzma, see what they want to do with the rest of their turn based on that top card, looking at their hand, thinking that they might put it to the bottom. Puts it to the bottom. Thinking what they want to Inkwell. Puts another Big Aurora in their Inkwell. Taps 3. Detective Mickey. Puts a card, top of their deck, into Inkwell. So it looks like they're valuing that top card that they looked at Yzma to keep it in deck at least. Chance of them seeing it very slim because it's on the bottom now, as there's not many ways to shuffle, but still valuing it. Untaps everything. Puts that dude in Inkwell. Don't know his name, but he's the 0 attack, 4 defense challenge dude. Thinking what they want to do. They have a lot. They got 4, so they can play a Rockstar Stitch. But we know that that's going to be met with a Let It Go on the following turn. So, talking about how they can quest, which they're choosing to do, because none of the characters can deal with the Rockstar Stitch. So if I don't have a Let It Go, the Rockstar Stitch is safe, but if I do have a Let It Go, then the Let It Go gains a little less value because they did get 3 lore from that Rockstar Stitch. Draws for turn. Sings the friends from the other side to get 2 fresh cards. Inkwells friends from the other side, and then we'll play the Let It Go to get rid of that Rockstar Stitch to prevent any further comboing. But it puts the Rockstar Stitch player a little bit ahead of Inkwell. They have a nice solid 6, including the Lantern. So following turn, they can play a bunch of cards. Quest the Baby Maleficent, gain another 2, and quest the Yzma. Can attack the Pascal. Forgot about that, because Pascal only has evasion when there's a character on its side of the field. Draws for turn. Looks like the Stitch Turbo player has 3 cards in hand, so they can play a lot this turn with their 6 Inkwell. Looks like the Mami player has 3 cards in hand. Figuring out what they want to do. Hopefully they have a Rockstar Stitch as follow-up, because that'd be very good for them, being able to get their boss monster back on the field. Plays Broom, reshuffles the Pascal, wanting to maybe draw him later. 1 for Baby Stitch, and we'll most likely do 2 for that evil hat dude. Hey, very interesting. Okay, Chooses not to play that evil hot guy. Draws for turn. Baby Aurora, very, very good. Sings the one jump ahead to gain an Inkwell. Then we'll probably just play the rest of their hand out. Oh, okay, another one. Yep. And we'll probably play... Interesting. Probably would have just kept the Baby Aurora there, just as potential follow-up, but now they have a lot of Inkwell. Look at the top card, see if they like it. Looks like they do. Quest the Baby Maleficent, putting a lot of work here because they haven't been able to deal with it very efficiently. Draws for turn. Hopefully it's a Rockstar Stitch. If it's not a Rockstar Stitch, this Stitch Turbo player's in trouble. Quest Inkwell 2 for Evil Hat Guy. Baby Stitch. Can deal with the... Okay. So Broom will deal with the Maleficent finally. Talking about what the Baby Stitch will be doing, as the Stitch Turbo player did put it sideways, but haven't gained any lore from it yet. Or if they did, I must have missed it. Okay, they must have gained one. Okay. Draws for turn. A lot of Inkwell for the Mami player. Yeah. Good look at the top two. Hopefully it's something. Because if it's not anything, they could potentially start losing advantage. Yeah, if they kept that Baby Aurora, they would be able to have 2 Baby Auroras, which would put a lot of pressure. Wipes out the Broom with Detective Mickey. Gonna quest the Detective Mickey and the Pascal for another 2. So it looks like on the following turn, they could potentially have a couple of nice Inkwells. The Baby Stitch and that one dude that he picked up in red might be able to deal with the Detective Mickey. Plays an Olaf. Thinking what else they might want to do with their hand. Right now they're dead even. Looks like 4 cards to 4 cards. Inkwells are about the same. So right now it's kind of a little bit of a stalemate. See who can whittle down resources most efficiently. Get rid of the Detective Mickey. And quest the Baby Stitch. Yep. Looks like that's going to be the end of the turn. Mami player draws for turn, untaps everything. Two for unfortunate, 1 jump ahead. And then quests everything should be? Yeah. Oh, okay. Does one, yeah. Yep, quest everything. Now they got 16, so they have to deal with their board. The Baby Stitch. No, the Hat Dude can deal with the Aurora very well. And the Baby Stitch can attack into the Detective Mickey. And then you can Olaf into Detective Mickey. So, if the Stitch Turbo player is able to keep putting these 1-drops on the field, they might be able to play this game back. If played right. Because Aurora should be off the field. And then Detective Mickey should also be off the field this turn. Which makes it so that Pascal can be dealt with. Which is absolutely insane. So that draw of 1 jump ahead is very inefficient. Yeah. And then if they deal with that, then the Broom can come in and deal with the Pascal. Oh, okay. Choosing not to attack. Choosing to Inkwell. Thinking they might be able to deal with it on the following turn. Aw. Gets absolutely punished by a second Pascal. That's unfortunate. Draws for turn. I think that's the Be Our Guest. So they'll be able to look at the top couple cards of their deck. Might be able to get a resource that they could potentially use. Maybe a Pascal to out the Pascal in the couple following turns. But it looks like because of that top deck of the Pascal, they really can't deal with either Pascal. So the Mami player will be guaranteed 2 lore, because there's no spot removal in this Stitch Turbo deck. So even though they did get the Pascal, that top deck of the Pascal solidified the victory for the Mami deck. And once again, a crucial misplay from not dealing with the Pascal on the previous turn. Where now they would have been in the driver's seat if they were able to deal with the Pascal. Because that Pascal that they would have summoned wouldn't have been able to do anything. So, there you go. There's the concession, and that's the game.